Hello my loves, welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It is your girl Kensthetic with the Kensthetics, and I'm here with you guys today with a new video. So in today's video, I want to just sit here and give you guys a life update, chit chat, get ready with me. We're gonna do my makeup as we talk about some things, because girl, when I tell y'all life has been lifing, but I just felt like it was time that I just sat down and gave you guys a life update on everything you guys have been asking me about, everything that's kind of been, well, not everything, but majority of the things that are going on behind the scenes, just so you guys, you know, we could catch up, we could get here, because I give y'all the videos, I give y'all the vlogs, but we don't really get intimate, we don't really get into the details. So that is what today's video is going to be. So if you guys are new here, welcome. You have found your way to an amazing place on Beyonce's internet. Make sure you guys join the family by hitting that red subscribe button down below. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for clicking on yet again another video. Y'all already know how we rock over here. And for any reason you're not subscribed, make sure you hit that red subscribe button down below. We are getting to 20K by my birthday, which is on May 6th. So make sure you guys, you know, help your girl out. Turn on those bell notifications. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and drop a comment down below after you watch this entire video. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So I really want to focus on talking to you guys in this video. So I'm not going to focus too much on the products that I'm using. Links for everything will be down below in the description box. So make sure you guys check out those links, shop through those links. They will be affiliate links. So if you are in the business of helping to fund Costa Kensthetic, y'all can shop through those links down below. But as always, you guys can always search these items on Beyonce's internet on your own accord. So let's go ahead and jump straight into it. Because girl, I already know this video is going to be long. So let's go ahead and get straight into it. So I'm going to try to separate this video into like different subject areas or topics, just so that we can stay on, you know, we can have some type of structure. Because baby, my brain. So first of all, I want to start talking about friends. So I always get compliments on my friendships. I always get compliments on, you know, things that I do as a friend. And I think I'm a pretty good friend if you guys ask me. And I always get questions like, how do you make new friends? Or how do you keep up with your friendships? The first thing that I want to say is that I feel like when it comes to a move, specifically a long distance move like what I did, in case you guys don't know, I moved from the Bronx, New York to Houston, Texas. Like I have a lot of long distance relationships, especially friendships, but I feel like people always speak about long distance relationships, but we don't speak about long distance friendships a lot. Like when your friends don't live near you, it's hard to sustain those friendships, and I feel like we don't speak about that enough. I feel like when it comes to long distance relationships, we usually focus on romantic ones, but baby, long distance friendships are hard too. And I feel like I have been lucky enough, thank you God, to sustain my friendships even though, you know, I'm now in Houston, Texas. So in case you guys don't know, majority of my friends I've had since childhood, whether it be like middle school, elementary school, high school. Like I grew up with my friends. I don't really have, well, before I moved, I didn't really have many like adulthood friends, if that makes sense. So one, I feel like my long distance move has helped me learn how to cater to my friendships in ways that I don't think that I would have done had we still been in the same city. And also it has helped me learn how to make friends as an adult, which is something that I feel like a lot of us struggle with. Y'all could comment and let me know how it is for y'all. But when it comes to making friends as an adult, it's hard because we're not, or for me specifically, I'm not at a point in my life where I have much structure. Like I work from home and I go to the gym, but I don't really go places where I could like bump into somebody, which we're gonna get into when we speak about romantic relationships too. But I had to find different ways to make friends, and I have learned through that. I have learned through those experiences, like you really have to do what works for you, because what you hear people doing, it may not always complement your lifestyle, complement how you live, or complement, you know, what you have going on. So for instance, One of my really close friends here in Houston, Texas is my girl Des. And Des and I actually met on social media. A few people may be surprised by that just because of the nature of our friendship. But yeah, we met online. Basically, I was on YouTube and I came across one of her videos when she had moved to Houston, Texas. So I had ran into one of her YouTube videos and I watched it, and then I was like, oh, she seems cool. Let me follow her on Instagram. And then we started like communicating in DMs, and the rest has been history. I feel like when it comes to making friends as an adult, which I feel like a few people have asked me about, you just have to figure out what works for you. Des and I have similar interests. Like, we're both content creators. We're both full-time workers. Like, we have full-time jobs. We seem to be into the same things, like travel, fashion, X, Y, and Z. So I was just like, I'm really interested in her content, so I'm gonna follow her. My intention was never for us to, you know, fall into a friendship, but the way that it happened so naturally, I'm happy and I'm blessed. But that's just one example of an adulthood friend that I have made recently. But at first I was just like, you know, I'm not really into making friends since I moved here. Like, I already have my friends. I've been friends with these people for years and I love my friends to death. But at the same time, it's important just to have people in your corner, and you don't understand the importance of that until you are put in a situation where you have to, you know, acknowledge that. But you guys are gonna see what I'm talking about in one of my upcoming vlogs. But either way, yeah, I love all of my adulthood friends that I have made, and I feel like making friends in my adulthood is way easier because I know what I want from a friendship. I know what I expect from a friendship. I have been through so many friendships that, you know, didn't end up going well, so I know I know what I want. Like, I went through those situations as a lesson to be like, girl, this is what you do not need. This is what you're not gonna tolerate. And I'm happy that I went through those lessons because now I'm like, I know what I want, you know? And it's the same thing for romantic relationships. Like, you go through things, and in life I've just learned, like, you never look at things like, oh my God, why did this happen? Or this was a loss. Like, we don't have losses in life. The L, it stands for lessons. And most of the lessons I've had with friendships have taught me, you know what I don't want in a friendship. Also, with me, you know, having these long distance friendships, I have learned that you need a core friend group. Like, you can have as many friends as you want, which I don't recommend, okay? Quality over quantity. But you need to have a core friend group. You need to have people in your corner where it's like, they're like an everything person to you. They're not just, oh, when I'm going to the club, I'm gonna link up with them. They are, I'm having a bad day, I can speak to them. I'm having a good day, I can speak to them. I want to do this, I know they're going to be interested. Like, you need to have a core friend group as an adult, because I just feel like that is really what has helped me, or that is probably something that I learned from my move, the importance of having a core friend group. I still don't feel like I have a core friend group. I feel like I have a core friend. I don't know if I ever told you guys, but I don't really agree or believe in the title of a best friend. I have been through experiences in my past where I just have been turned off by that title, and it could just be a me thing right now, but I don't believe in like, oh, this is my best friend, right? I don't know. We're gonna be here for hours if I sit here and unload. But either way, I don't really believe in like the title of a best friend. Like, I believe in the like understanding of a best friend, but I can't really put to my lips to call somebody my best friend, you know? So I have a core friend, I will say that, but I don't think I've developed a core friend group yet. So that's something I'm working on. And I don't know if that's more so getting to know my current friends more, or if I just haven't like met the individuals that should be in my core friend group. But when I say core friend group, I mean like 3 or 4 solid friends where it's like, okay, I know that they'll, ooh, that's kind of dark. I know they'll be down for anything. I know that they're always going to be here for me. I know that we have similar interests. So when it's time for a trip, we can travel together. When it's time to go, I don't know, do whatever y'all are interested in doing, they're going to be there. So I'm still in the process of developing my core friend group, but that's just something I learned from therapy. And I was just like, I need to share that with y'all, because we may sit here and be like, oh, we need to have separate friends for everything. And while that is true, you should also be working on trying to develop that core friend group for yourself. So that's something else that I've been working on. And also, when it comes to finding friends and, you know, adding people to, more so finding friends. When it comes to finding friends, you need to make sure that those people have the same fundamental values as you. Because yeah, nobody's the same, right? You cannot expect yourself from other people, but at the same time, I feel like the most important thing when it comes to finding friends is finding people who have the same fundamental values as you, like people who understand things are wrong. Like, I cannot see myself being the person I am and I'm friends with someone who doesn't believe in the same fundamental values as I do. Like, for instance, but I can't see myself being friends with someone who thinks it's okay to speak to somebody's husband, like a married person. Like, that's just something I'm strongly against, especially in today's climate. I'm like, I cannot be friends with someone who thinks it's okay to speak to someone's husband. That's just not something that falls into my fundamental values, right? So when it comes to my friends, I'm like, I basically don't want to be friends with anyone who they act in a way and people can negatively associate that with me. You know, like, I want to make sure that my friends and I have the same values. We know what's right. We know what's wrong. And I feel like if you don't have that same alignment with people, you guys will never be friends. Or y'all may be friends for right now, but it's not going to be a friendship that lasts, because I think that is one of the core pillars of friendship. Like, if you guys don't have the same fundamental values, it's not going to last long. Like, it may be cute for the while being, but I'm telling y'all, it's not going to last. So that's something I've been super mindful of when it comes to making new friends or just making friends as an adult, because these are the things, like, you're not going to know the 411 on somebody the first time you meet them, but there's things that they do, like habits they have, principles that they follow, and it's those all built into their fundamental values. So just pay attention to those things. So we already know what we value, because I feel like it comes from our upbringing, it comes from our experiences, it comes from the lessons we've learned in life. But you need to make sure that these new friends that you are making in life, their fundamental values align with your fundamental values. Super important, y'all. Also, especially I feel like we're all at a point of our lives where we're growing, and growth, it looks different for everyone, right? Like, I feel like growth for me right now is me falling more into like my faith journey. It's more of me like figuring out what I want next in life, where I want to be next in life. That is what growth is for me right now. Growth for me today may look different tomorrow, may look different in 2 years, may look different in 5 years. But I think through it all, it's important for us to surround ourselves with people who are either doing what we want to do, doing similar things to what we want to do, or have been through certain experiences that we may want to experience. So for instance, if you're in school trying to become a nurse, right? I think when it comes to you trying to make friends, you should try to make friends with people who are nurses, or people who are on the same path as you, like trying to be a nurse, you know? Because these are the people who are going to understand your struggles. These are the people who can serve as mentors to you even while you guys are friends. I think in today's culture, people view that as like clout chasing or using someone, and it doesn't always have to be that. I feel like as long as you have positive intentions with what you're doing, it's not like clout chasing. It's not trying to use somebody. It's literally trying to build a relationship with somebody because you guys have similar interests, or this person has been through what you're about to go through. This person has took this test already, or this person has experienced this already, so they can teach you things. I think that this whole nature of everybody being in competition, everybody looking at people like, I don't want you to win because I have to win, that is so corny to me. I don't agree with it at all. But I do agree with people becoming friends with people who have been through things that they have been through. I think that it's just super important to have friends that can also serve as your mentor. And that could be with anything. That could be if you want to become a wife and you're like, okay, I want to become friends with women who are already married, or I want to become friends with women who are in what you can view as like stable marriages, or whatever the case is. Like, it doesn't have to be surface level things. Like, it can be women who are in church because you want to fall more into like your faith journey. It can be anything that it doesn't look the same to everyone, but I'm just saying that I think it's super important for us to find friends who are in places that we may want to go to. And it's not clout chasing, okay? And also with friends in general, I think it's super important to know how to communicate with your friends, because that is what I have noticed has been like a common denominator with people like falling out or friendships not lasting, is that people don't communicate. And babes, when I say communicate, it's not just saying how you feel, it's also knowing how to listen to what someone else is saying. Okay? Communication is not just opening your mouth and letting words fly out. It's also being on the receiving end of things. Like, learn how to listen. Learn how to not just listen, but understand what the person is saying. Be open-minded. Understand that you can't always expect you from other people. Just because you would react to something in a certain way, or you would feel some type of way about something, that doesn't necessarily mean that other people, you know, feel the same way. Like, there are certain things that don't bother me that other people are like, oh no, I could never. And I understand that, because I'm like, you're not me, I'm not you. And, you know, we may not react the same way to this situation, and I understand that. But because I understand that, I'm not expecting the other person to have the same reaction that I would have. For instance, most people's first line of defense when something happens is, I don't understand why this person would do that to me, because I would never do it to them. Hold on here. Do you hear what you're saying? Do you hear what you're saying? You're basically saying, why would they not act like me? Because I'm expecting them to act like me. And that's not the correct mindset to have at all when it comes to other people. And not just friends, but just family member, anyone. Like, stop expecting you from other people, because that is literally a lot of people's downfalls. Like, they sit there and they're like, oh, I don't do this, I don't do that, so they shouldn't do that. No, stop expecting yourself from other people. That's number one. And number two, understand that everyone is not the same. Okay? Everyone isn't the same. Yeah, I feel like once you stop expecting you from other people, like, you just feel so light and you feel so airy. We get so hung up on this mindset of, you know, I'm this way, so everybody has to be this way, or people have to treat me this way. Once you realize, baby, that is not how life works, I promise you, life becomes so much easier for you. Also, if you guys know me, I share a lot with you. I don't share everything with y'all, but I share a good amount with y'all here on my YouTube channel specifically. I am not a confrontational person at all. Like, you guys see me with the same people for the most part. I feel like there's only one person that I have fell out with in my adult friendship. And it's not fall out with like, I don't mess with this person at all. Like, we still follow each other on social media. We still speak here and there, but we are nowhere as close as how we were before. And I have come to the understanding, even though it hurt, because I do feel like friendship breakups hurt more than romantic breakups, or maybe it's just for me at this point in my life. But I'm like, it hurt. Like, it took me a while to get over it. And I feel like while I reflected on the situation, I just realized that we have kind of I don't know if it was us outgrowing each other, or me just coming to the realization of, this person and I don't have the same fundamental values, so it's never gonna work, you know? So I don't know which one it was, but I don't feel like that person aligned with me right now, at the stage of life that I am at right now, the things that I value right now, the principles I have in life right now, the focuses I have in life right now. That person just didn't align with that. So I came to the understanding, like, even though it hurt, this person and we cannot continue our friendship as it was before, because it's just not going to work. But other than that, I say all of that to say, you guys don't really see me falling out with friends, because I think I do a good job picking my friends and building my friendships. I remember when I was younger, my mom always used to be like, this person isn't your friend, da 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 da. And I don't know if it's a Caribbean thing or if it's just a my mom thing, but my mom did not play with that friend word at all. And when I was younger, I used to be like, Ma, it's not that deep. I can have a lot of friends. And she would just be like, girl, like, brushing it off. But as I got older, I realized what she was trying to teach me. Like, everyone is really not your friend. And that's the real tea. Like, you're sitting here calling all of these people your friends, and you don't really know these people, you know? I don't think she came from a harsh place saying that, but she just wanted me to learn, I guess, earlier on, like, everybody who you connect with in life isn't going to be your friend. And that's something that I hold very near and dear to my heart to this day, because I'll see so many people linking up and doing this and doing that and being like, oh, my friend, my best friend. And I'm like, the gag is that person really isn't your friend. Or when people fall out or things happen, I'm like, if this person was really your friend, as a friend is should be looked at, y'all wouldn't be going through this. You know what I'm saying? So either way, Ma, if you watching this, thank you so much. I love you and I appreciate you for teaching me that everyone is not my friend, because everyone isn't my friend. And that's on that. So yeah, that's enough on friends. Let's move on to the men. Let's move on to the dating, because every time I have so many new subscribers. So if this is your first chit chat video, welcome. I don't want to say I'm an open book, but I share a lot. Okay, I share a lot with y'all, but at the same time I don't share too much, because I feel like there's not much going on in my life. Like, my life is pretty much the same, with a little bit of a twist and turn here and there. But hold on. But basically, I feel like when people watch my vlogs or watch my videos or hear me speak, a lot of times the first question people have is, are you in a relationship? Are you dating? What's the update on you dating? Dating. And it's crazy because I have started watching Summer House Martha's Vineyard. If you guys don't watch Summer House Martha's Vineyard, I'm here to tell y'all need to go watch Summer House Martha's Vineyard, because it's tea. It is tea. I'm like, how did I not catch on to the season 1? But I started watching it now, and that's all that matters. But there's this girl on the show. Her name is Jordan. And in case you guys don't know about Summer House Martha's Vineyard, it's basically a group of friends who are from New York, or majority of them are from New York, or they live in New York, whatever the case is. They go on a trip to Martha's Vineyard for 2 weeks. They live in a house together. They can bring guests, and they just basically show, I guess, behind the scenes of adulthood. Like, I don't want to say it reminds me of like College Hill, but it gives me College Hill vibes, but with an adult perspective. Like, if College Hill grew up, I feel like it would be Summer House Martha's Vineyard, kind of. Comment and let me know what y'all think if y'all watch the show. But either way, there's this girl on the show. Her name is Jordan, and basically she's single and she's celibate. I don't know if she's still celibate this season, but first season she was celebrating 1 year of her celibacy. In case you guys don't know, I have been celibate for a year and a half. Yes, girl, a year and a half. Yes, girl, a year and a half. So when y'all see me on here and I'm disciplined about so many things, I feel like it stems from me knowing that I was able to go so long without any, you know what? I'm like, I could do this, baby. I could do anything. Okay, the world is mine. So either way, she is single and she is celibate, and I don't want to say her storyline, but like during the first season, a lot of people wanted to just rush her into, oh, do you like this person? Why are you not dating? Where's your... And girl, that is so annoying. Like, it's just like, as a independent, hardworking Black woman, and this is no shade to anybody who has asked me this, I'm just expressing how I feel, and then we'll get into specifics. But it's so, I think it's just the way that society is today. It's like when you see a beautiful Black woman who is on her sugar honey iced tea, it's like, okay, girl, where's your husband? Where's your man? Because that is like the, I guess, I don't want to say the final step, but it's just like a step to add to your identity. And listen, I feel like I did so much. I have accomplished so much in life single that it's kind of hard for me to date now. Like, and hear me out. I don't have anything against dating. Like, if someone with potential shows up in my life, or I bump into them at HEB or at Target, cool. But I'm not out here on dating apps. If you know, you know. I did story times about dating app experiences. I'll link that video up above. But I'm not out here with the intention of, let me find a man. I need to find a man. Man. Where is he? God, where is my husband? Like, that is not the tune that I'm currently singing. So I think to some people, that may be odd, that may be strange, that you see a beautiful Black woman who is on her sugar honey iced tea and she ain't got no man. It's always like, okay, but why are you single? And it's like, I don't know why I'm single. I'm single because God is not ready. God told me He not ready to give me my husband yet, okay? He said my husband is still in the oven cooking. He's still out here doing what he has to do before I bless him in your life, okay? And I'm a homeowner. I have a college degree. Like, there's so many things that I have accomplished without a man. And I feel like one of the biggest things for me is that I have established and built what I consider a space of peace, like a peaceful space. I have finally understood what it means to be happy and what it takes for me to be peaceful. And I have been in a era of my life where I didn't know what peace was, okay? I could not sit here and tell you guys that I was genuinely happy or I was genuinely peaceful because of things that I associated myself with, and I guess values that I had at the time. Like, there were people I had no business speaking to, and I was sprung up on them, and I had no business talking to them. But I didn't know that at that time. Like, I was like, I'm happy this person doing what I think I want them to do, and all types of things. But either way, one of my biggest accomplishments to date is me building a state of peace. And if anyone is coming in my life at this point, they have to be able to contribute to it and not take away from it. And I think that's a big thing, or a big expectation to have, because a lot of people haven't even established peace for themselves, right? Or they may not understand the value of peace, or, you know, they may just think I'm chatting like, girl, what is he saying? But I'm really serious. Like, I have been in such a state of peace throughout the past year or so that if anybody comes into my life at this point, you have to be adding. You can't be taken away. And I think that's a huge expectation to have, especially since we are in an era of people just being toxic. Like, people are really obsessed with the thoughts of being toxic. Like, they're okay with being toxic. And if that's you, if you feel that way, that is absolutely fine. But that just doesn't align with myself or my state of peace. So that is the biggest, I think, barrier between myself and dating right now, is that people don't understand. I'm Zen Ken. I am Zen Ken. And nobody is going to take that away from me. Nobody's going to disrupt that. I will not allow anyone to disrupt that. So that is, I think, the biggest barrier with me in dating right now, is that I have not met anyone who I felt like would be able to come into my Zen Ken space and add to it and not take away from it. So I say all of that to say I'm not currently dating. There's no one, there's no one of interest right now as of April 22nd. As of April 22nd, girl, that may be changed tomorrow. That may change tonight. Let me stop. But yeah, I'm not dating. I'm not, feeding for a man. I have been doing so well for myself without a man that I'm not really pressed. Like, there are really some women out here, and no tea, no shade if that's you, but they feel like they need a man to do things. Like, I told you guys before, one of the craziest things I heard before is somebody was like, I haven't bought a house yet because men feel intimidated by women who are homeowners. I said, oh baby, let me go close on this house by myself. So yeah. 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 Life updates. Your girl still has a job. I know it's hard for some people to believe given my consistency on my social media platforms, but I do have a 9-to-5 job. I still work. Some people, ask me if I still work when they see me, become super consistent on social media, or wonder how I do it. Girl, to answer everybody's $1 million question, I don't know how I do it. That's the answer. I don't know how I do it. I just do it because I want to do it. Like, I'm really passionate about what I'm doing. And when you're passionate about something, it shows in your work ethic. It shows in your consistency. It shows in your discipline. So to answer everybody's $1 million question, I don't know how I do it all, but I do it all. Okay. That's why I say, call me Mrs. Make It Happen. Because one thing about me, one thing about Kendra, one thing about Kensthetic, she's going to make it happen if she wants to make it happen. Period. I have been super into my self-love, self-discovery, faith journey, and this is something I really wanted to speak about because we haven't really spoke about it much. But Easter marked like 1 year of my faith journey. On Easter last year was the first time that I like went to church as an adult. And I grew up in a pretty religious household, but I feel like religion is different, or for me, remember this is my journey, my update. Religion as an adult for me is different than religion as when I was a child, because I feel like in this era of my life, I'm learning how to practice religion based on my own opinion, based on my own beliefs. I'm not like, oh, you know, family said this is how religion should be practiced, so I have to do this. Like, this is me as an adult understanding what religion is for me, how I want to practice religion, things that I want to believe in. And I feel like it was hard for me to actually start this journey because I felt like I didn't have any, I don't want to say I didn't have any guidance, but I didn't really have any like how to, like, oh, go to church or go to this church or do this, wear this, blah, blah, blah. I didn't have any guidance in that perspective. So for me to jump into it, it was hard, and I feel like that's why it took me a while to do it. When I think that things are hard, I always drag my feet, and then when I actually do it, I'm like, damn, I could have been started this because it really isn't that hard. I don't know if that's considered me being in my head or me just, you know, blocking my own blessings, or I don't know what, but it's just something with me that if I in my head have come up with a reason why I think something is gonna be hard, I literally take my time to get there, or take my time to do it. And I've been trying to get out of that habit, but girl, it is hard. Okay? It is hard. It's hard. So I ain't gonna sit here and act like it's easy. It's hard. So either way, I said all of that to say I have been learning how to practice religion based on my own perspective, and it's been good. It's been really good. I have been going to church. I have not became a member of a church yet, but I have been, I'm trying to figure it out at my own time, on my own expectations. So I've been going to church. This is the most consistent I've been going to church in my adult life. So I'm super proud of myself for that. Girl, I even been making friends at church. Like, who is she? Who is she? But as I mentioned earlier, we need to be making friends with people who are in the same spaces as us, or who are in spaces of places where we would like to go. So one of those things for me at this point of my life is church. I'm like, I need to make some friends at church. I've been learning how to trust in God. And I don't really speak too much of religion here on my channel. Like, if something comes to mind and I'm like, I feel like I need to share this with somebody because somebody's going to receive the message, I'll share it on my channel. Other than that, I don't want to. I'm not a faith-based influencer. I am not a spiritual, you know, I'm not trying to put religion on anybody. And I understand that everybody who watches my channel doesn't practice the same religion as I do. It probably doesn't even practice the same religion the same way that I do. So I never want that to be a differentiating factor. Girl, we are here to have a good time. We are here to understand the beauty of every aspect of life. And one of those areas of life, one of those avenues of life for me right now is my faith journey. So I share what I feel comfortable sharing, but I'm never going to be at a point where it's going to be the basis of my YouTube channel, you know? So I just wanted to give you guys an update on that. I'm still in therapy. So I know I spoke to you guys about that more so last year, because I started therapy last May. So I'm coming up on a year of therapy, 1 year anniversary of my faith journey, and also 1 year anniversary of therapy. Like, last year was a huge year for me as far as like starting my self-discovery journey and just, you know, focusing on myself. So I also feel like with me not dating or me not putting my energy into anyone else, I've been forced to, for the first time in my life, like, be still and sit with myself and learn to love myself and learn how to cater to myself, because I've been doing that so long for other people that it's like, girl, what about you? Like, what about you? So with me being single, me not dating anyone, I've definitely been able to, you know, focus on that and make sure I'm doing for me before I do for other people. Because for so long in life, I'm like, oh my god, I have to do this with someone else, I have to do that. One of the biggest examples for me is my YouTube channel. I remember I wanted to start my YouTube channel in April of 2018, and I think today I got a notification from YouTube like, it's your channel's anniversary. And this was the time when I created my channel, April, but I didn't start posting on my channel until August. And I think it was actually April 2017. I don't remember the years, y'all, but I remember I had did a whole photo shoot. I was like, this is gonna be my thumbnail. My intro video was recorded. I didn't post it until August. All of that is still up on my YouTube channel, but I put off starting my YouTube channel because I was so into helping the person that I was speaking to at the time pursue their goals, and I didn't prioritize what I wanted for myself. I knew I wanted to start a YouTube channel. I knew I wanted to share videos. Like, I had travel vlogs that I don't even think I even edited the footage. I was looking through my phone the other day, and I had went to Colombia in 2017, I think. I was vlogging on my phone and everything. Girl, I don't think that footage went anywhere. I don't think it went anywhere. But I say all of that to say, to make sure that you are prioritizing what you want for yourself over what you're giving to other people. And that's why you're single, and also why you're in a relationship, because if you keep giving to other people, you're gonna forget what it feels like and how it even is to give to yourself, because you're so focused on other people at all times, you know? I'm not in love with my makeup. I feel like I was talking too much and my makeup ain't come out that good, but it's okay. So yeah, girl, like, life has been lifing. I also feel like my life is in a transformative phase right now, and I think I mentioned it in one of my recent vlogs, and when I was editing, I'm like, I never really explained to you guys what I meant by that, or what I mean by that when I say that. But I feel I can't answer that question. I guess it's a high level response. Like, I don't know how my life is transforming right now, but I just feel an energy that just is shifting. I just feel like God is preparing me for what's next for me, and I'm not rushing to find out what that is, but I'm just letting you guys know that whenever I'm in a funk, or whenever I'm just like, I'm not in the mood, or you know, life is life, and whatever I say, like, I really don't know why that is. I just have this feeling. I've been receiving this energy, like things are changing, and I'm trying to figure it out at the same time y'all are, girl. Like, I really don't know what's going on or what's coming, but I just know something's coming. So I'm just sitting around waiting patiently, maybe impatiently sometimes, of like, what is it? And once I get the response, I will let you guys know. But as of right now, I'm kind of just trying to enjoy the journey as much as I can, because we'll go through things and we'll get to like the end and we're like, wow, we'll go through things and we won't realize until afterwards, like, we didn't appreciate things as they were here, or as they were happening, or as they were transforming. We're just so focused on the end goal all the time. And with any journey, you should definitely learn and appreciate the entire journey, not just the destination, or not just the initiation. Like, learn to appreciate things when they're good, when they're bad, when they're low, when they're high, because as you're going through that feeling, you can never feel that again. You know, sometimes things happen, like it could be a cycle of things or a cycle of feelings, but for the most part, a lot of things that we experience are just like a one-time thing, and we don't sit back and sink into what we're feeling at that time or what we're going through at that time, because we're just so focused on, okay, what's next, or okay, carrying along, like, what you trying to say, or where you trying to bring me, like, what's the purpose of this? And we lose sight of appreciating every step of the journey. And I say this, and I really, really learned this, and I believe everything happens for a reason. My acne journey, right? If you guys have been here since 2016, no, oh, I didn't start that long ago. If you guys have been here since like 2018, I started sharing my acne journey from the beginning, when I didn't know what was going on, girl. I didn't know how I was gonna clear my acne. I didn't know what to use, what to do. But yeah, I just shared my journey because I was compelled to share it. I didn't know how it was gonna end up. Girl, if you asked me 3-4 years ago if I thought my face would have been this clear as far as like active acne, I would be like, girl, why are you asking me that dumb question? But now I'm like, wow, I cannot believe that, you know, things have cleared up so much for me. And not just cleared up like physically on my face, but cleared up like mentally for me too, because acne has such a, it takes a toll on your mental state of mind as well. And I think that not enough people speak about that or acknowledge that. So I feel like when we go through journeys, people are just so fixated on the end goal, or just tell me like where I'm gonna be, or tell me what the outcome is gonna be, or show me what the outcome is gonna be, that we don't put enough emphasis on appreciating the full journey. So I just say all of that to say I'm just happy that I shared my acne journey from the beginning. Like, my face has came such a long way, and you guys know, if y'all know. But that's just one example, and y'all may be thinking of it like, girl, it's not that deep, but it is for me, right? Because it's taught me more than how to clear up my face, or that it's possible. It taught me to actually appreciate every journey in life, or things that we experience, because everything just means so much, and we don't appreciate it enough. So yeah, but girl, yeah, life is lifing. I'm sure we can all agree that life is lifing right now. I don't know if Mercury's in retrograde. I don't know if Mercury is getting her micro braids, or whatever the girls be saying. But life has just been lifing. And I'm just rolling with the punches. And trying to figure things out day by day. Trying to figure things out day by day. One by one, two by two. Yeah, this Laura Mercier sentence, well, why not focused on me? This Laura Mercier setting powder, they can never make me hate you. Like, they could never make me hate you, period. Yeah, I want to use this life update also as a check-in. Like, comment and let me know, how are you guys doing? How y'all doing? And if you don't feel comfortable commenting down below, DM me on Instagram or Twitter or TikTok. And let me know how you guys are doing. If there's anything that I can possibly help you guys out with, like a word of encouragement. You guys really love when I share words of encouragement in my vlogs, but when I share those things in my vlogs, it's really just things that I have just been moved to understand, and I just feel the need to share, because as long as I receive one recipient, and when I say that, as long as I get one view on my YouTube videos, I'm happy about that. As long as I get one person who comments and says like, this has helped me out, I am happy and grateful for that, because that's the purpose of my channel, to help people understand that there's beauty in every aspect of life. There's beauty not just when we're at our highest point, or when we have achieved things, or when we have made it, whatever that may look like for us, or when we become successful, whatever that may look like for us. But there is beauty in every aspect of life, and there's beauty in all of our journeys, in every step of our journeys, and I really want to showcase that. So I hope you guys get that from my videos. I'm not here to convince you guys that life is easy or life is perfect, because life never gave that, okay? Life never gave perfect. Life never gave easy. Nobody has put us here and says, oh girl, welcome to the earth where things are easy. Like, we never got that welcoming message. So I don't know why in certain times or certain seasons we think anything is going to be easy or come easy. Like, we have to work hard, okay? We have to work hard. And I think that a lot of times we as people expect results without putting the work in, and sometimes we do it without even noticing that we're doing it. But there ain't no such thing as you gonna get the results without putting any work in, okay? It may happen sometimes, very, very rarely, I think. But a lot of times I see people expect the results and they haven't put any work in it. And in my head, I'm just like, how is this supposed to, like, what math did we used to get here? Because it can't be the calculus that I learned in college. It can't be the geometry, the trigonometry. It can't be the same math that I know. Because the math that I know, baby, it says you have to work hard if you want results. It says you have to work. W-O-R-K. W-E-R-K. However you decide to spell it, you have to work. And something else I wanted to chat with you guys. I feel like a lot of people, I don't know if they're new subscribers or, you know, returning subscribers, but I feel like a lot of people have commented recently telling me that they love my transparency, they love my authenticity. Yeah, don't know how much them comments mean to me, because for so long, I don't know if you guys really noticed that I've never came on Beyonce's internet and have been inauthentic about anything. I think my biggest thing is I have learned how to be comfortable sharing certain things and understanding how to share certain things, because it's not everything you can share on the internet, which I 100% understand, but it's just me figuring out how I want to share myself, or how I want to share certain things or certain experiences to be respectful to myself and people around me, right? So there are certain things I want to speak about, but I'm like, I can't speak about that yet because maybe I haven't healed from that situation, or maybe I'm just not ready to share it, you know? But either way, I say all of that to say that I have been learning to do what works for me. I have been learning what works for me, and I have in turn been, you know, just comfortable sharing more things with you guys since I figured out how I want to share things with you guys. I don't know if all of you guys have been here long enough to realize that, but that's just something that I have realized has changed in my content over time. Y'all, this Danessa Myricks water powder serum, I have a sample of it because when I went to go buy it during the Sephora sale, y'all sold it out online, in store, so I had to get a sample. But it's so good. Like, I don't know if y'all could see my pores right now because they're not visible. Like, they are literally not visible. They're not. I'm here crying, talking about my makeup came out bad. It came out good. But yeah, I don't know how to be anything but myself. So I think it's easy for me to be on the internet, but it's just hard for me to learn how to share certain things in a respectable manner. So I appreciate you guys for noticing that. I appreciate you guys for commenting and letting me know that you guys appreciate my authenticity and my transparency, period. Okay, this is only the beginning for us, and that's the craziest part of it all. Like, this is literally just the beginning. Like, literally just the beginning. And I also want to encourage you guys as well, because as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, I'm almost at 20K subscribers. Like, I am almost at 20K subscribers. And it's just so crazy because you start these things, and it's not just with YouTube, but just any journey in general. You start things and you never, like, we have our idea of how we think things will go, but we don't have an idea of like how things are gonna go. Everything is written by God. And we really are just here, or at least for me, I'm just here with vibes. Okay, I'm here with vibes. I'm here to have a good time. And that's kind of like the motto I live by with a lot of things in life. Like, I'm literally just here vibing. Like, I don't know what to expect. I'm just here for the good vibes. Sometimes I'm here for the food too. Oh, hold on. I ain't put my eyebrows on yet. Let me draw some brows on real quick. For the most part, baby, I am pulling up to places, even in my life, literally with just vibe. Just vibes. This is the final makeup look. Put my hair right so y'all can see. I don't know if my armpits are shaved or they have to be shaved, but we're worried about the face. We're worried about the face. We're worried about the face. The face. The hair eats too. But either way, I want to close off this video with one more point. I've been chatting for a while. But I really want to encourage you guys to pay attention to how specific things and how specific things and specific people make you feel. I think one of my biggest takeaways from therapy is how I can be in tune with my emotions. I think for the longest time I have been, and I still am, I guess, considered like the strong person, like the strong friend, the strong sister, the strong this, the strong that. But I think through that I have just been like, I need to just shut down my emotions. Like, I should not, or I didn't think it was right for me to, or I didn't know how to be in touch with my emotions, but still hold up like that strong persona. So I think that had forced me to just not express or not really show my emotions. And I think it got to a point, obviously, where I was just like, I didn't realize I was doing this until I started therapy. And my therapist was like, girl, where's the emotions? Like, how does this make you feel? And I don't think I've been in a space where anyone has really asked me that for me to even realize I'm not really an emotional person. I don't really share my emotions, right? And that has made me transition to me being more in tune with my emotions. I'm like, okay, I'm more aware now. How do things make me feel? Anxious, sad, happy, like overwhelmed? How am I feeling based on this experience or this person or these specific things, you know? So I want to encourage you guys, when you go through life, pay attention to how specific things and specific people make you feel, just because I think that is a good part or a huge part of self-reflection, especially if you're in a transformative, you know, phase of your life, a transformative era, and you're just trying to figure things out. I think that that's one key thing to pay attention to. How do certain things, certain people make you feel? How does this job make you feel? How does this friend make you feel? How does this man make you feel? Like, and does it align with the person that you are hoping to be, or the person you're growing to be, or the person that you would like to be? Because if things don't align, it's not for you. If things are confusing you, it's not for you. If things don't feel right, baby, guess what? It ain't for you. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I wanted this video to really feel like a FaceTime call, as I usually do with most of my videos. Like, we just sitting here chitting and chatting, getting to, you know, the nitty gritty, getting into some things, unpacking, unloading, doing all of that, and all of that. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys have any thoughts, comments, questions, suggestions, or if you guys are open enough to just let me know how you're feeling in this era of your life, comment down below and let me know, or pull up in my DMs, skirt, and let me know, you know, what's going on. How are we feeling? How are we doing? Like, this is our mental check-in, and I'm holding you accountable of being in tune with your emotions, okay? So I really hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys watch all the way until the end, comment down below with some red hearts. I know who my girls and my boys who sat through this whole entire chit chat are, because I know it was kind of long. Make sure you guys subscribe to my channel, turn on your bell notifications, give this video a big thumbs up so that YouTube can circulate this video across its platform. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in my next one.